Good morning, guys. I have just got in the car. Harrison's at school, Abby's at nursery. I've left the house because Mike's on calls, and yeah, I won't lie, this morning Mike and I had a little bit of a bicker. Not ideal, especially at the beginning of the day, but I think we're over it, which is good. I'm gonna go and run a few errands. I need to return a couple of things to Zara. So yeah, nothing like leaving things to the last minute. Gonna box and whatever the stuff up. These are the trainers that I'm returning to Zara right now because I did my measurements wrong, alright? Right, they're all boxed up, sellotaped, lovely. Does anybody else keep sellotape in their car? Just me. But yeah, I'm gonna go and take them to the post office. I went for a manicure yesterday, the first manicure I've had since being engaged, which was nice, to see my hands looking better. I mean, I've not got the best hands, but look at this one we've just done. This is why I just don't do things like that. This is why. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go and run my errands and do some stuff. Wednesdays are always a good day and the weather's nice, which is great because this week the weather has been horrific. But yeah, Wednesdays are always good because Tuesdays are always slightly manic. They're my day where Everly and Harrison are obviously in school, as are Wednesdays, but Tuesdays are super busy because I have my CBT bang in the middle of the day, which kind of throws off the whole day. I won't lie, it's getting a little bit tough. I said to Mike yesterday that we're going through, like, it's just a bit harder now, which is fine. It's understandable. It's going to get harder. It has to get harder before it gets better, but yeah, yeah, whatever. And then after school and after nursery is dance and football, and then we have 2 overtired children that are hungry at bedtime. So yeah, Tuesdays are kind of a lot. Wednesdays, chill. Also, what on earth is this on my eye? I mean, are we even gonna get out? Did I just say today's a good day? I'm just gonna sit here for a minute because there's a queue currently going into the post office. 1 in, 1 out. When will this all end? So I risked driving. Probably shouldn't have. But the car is going for a service tomorrow, so half of me thinks that maybe that's just like the car's computer doing its thing. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll break down, maybe I won't. I shouldn't really do things like this. I definitely shouldn't do things like this after the last like couple of months that we've had. If you follow me over on Instagram, which I would love for you to do. If you follow me over on Instagram, you'll know that we've had quite a rough couple of months, really. My parents were involved in an accident. They're safe, they're fine, they're doing okay, they're getting better every day, but yeah, just driven on the road where it happened, and every single time it makes me feel a little bit sick, but it's somewhere that I can't avoid being. So I'm just keeping an eye on the post office or to the garden centre. I'd quite like to get some flowers for the front of the garden. Maybe I can get them in Sainsbury's later. Mike's coming food shopping with me later because we have no food in, nothing. Yeah, I'm dragging him with me because I don't know what to buy food shopping. We all know that Mike is the cook in our house, which reminds me, thank you for your love on my previous video. We're gonna film I think we're gonna film a what we eat in a week next week. Oh, come on, post office. Shall we be wild and go to Costco? That's an idea. Let's go to Costco because I need a couple of bits in there and it feels like a good time. Plus then I can get a coffee and a slice of pizza. Here's my coffee machine. Before Christmas we spent so long trying to get it in here, but it was all sold out, and look at them all now. Oh, done. Now tell me you went to Costco's without telling me you went to Costco. So without sounding like a snob, I am a bit of a pizza snob. I won't lie. I tend to only like particular pizzas, mostly because of the dough rather than the topping. However, Costco pizza doesn't look like it's the type of pizza I would love. It's so good. We're just in the car heading to Sainsbury's for the big shop. Are you excited, Mike? I hate the food shops, so I'm bringing Mike along because he is much better at it than I am. I'm also going to corner him into a little bit of a engagement Q&A. I asked on Instagram last night, Mike, I've got some questions, but I'll do that when we stop for road safety. Okay, that'll be better. Right, let's ask some questions. There's only a few. Question one. Oh no.
You'll ask them questions.
No, I think I can get them. Hold on.
I'll open a window, is that okay?
Hmm?
Can I open a window?
Yeah.
Morning.
Question one. Where did you hide the ring?
Wait, where did I hide the ring? Baby changing rucksack in my wardrobe.
A baby changing rucksack, which is something that never gets used now.
Exactly.
Never got used when we
Back
had
of the
a
wardrobe.
baby.
Back of the wardrobe. So.
So it was in there. And he'd said that when you went to collect it, you took the rucksack because he said that he had to return his old laptop to his old work. Mike got a new job last year at some point because of COVID and stuff. He hadn't returned anything back to his old job yet, so he was like, oh, I'm finally doing it. Made a big song and dance of, oh, they're not letting me in because of COVID.
Yeah, do you know what it is? Actually, I hadn't really thought it through because I thought, oh, I have to bring this laptop back.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Like, how am I going to take the laptop back?
Yeah.
And be like, I took the laptop, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So I had to like, yeah.
It was very, very believable.
I'm a great actor.
And actually, I got annoyed. I remember being annoyed at you though.
Why? Because
that day I was meant to go to Home Sense with Simone.
Oh yeah.
I was meant to go to Home Sense, and Mike was like, oh, I can't because they've told me I've got to go and take this laptop back. And I was like, well, get them to get a courier because da-da-da-da-da. What made you decide on that beauty, which it is? I love my ring. I know I've said that a million times, but I do love it.
I designed it. I think it was just a combination of, obviously we've had conversations where, you know, you pulled me aside, oh, which ring would I get?
Every time we've gone past like a nice jeweller's, when we've gone out shopping or anything, or in Brighton in the lanes,
yeah, I
would always be like, which ring would I like? And
I know it's not exactly what you would have picked out, but I thought, do you know what? I actually took a lot of time. I researched, oh god, I researched what was on trend. I researched, like, every time someone got engaged, I was looking, I was zooming. I thought you'd catch me a few times. I was zooming in on the ring thinking, do I like that? Do I like that? So this was designed and planned and all of that back in May.
And also, what I think is a funny story anyway, is that you said that you bought jewellery for a gift for somebody else just because of the ads that would pop up.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I was getting like jewellery ads, like shops come up on like my Facebook and Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, everything I was getting was Tiffany's, was this, was that. It's not from Tiffany's. But I was thinking, I'm gonna get caught. Like, everything I went on was like every ad, and I was thinking, I'm gonna get caught. So I had to buy jewellery for someone else.
And Nikki was in on it.
Nikki was in on it. I checked in with Nikki. I said early. Nikki knew from early. So shout out to Nikki. She knew from. Shout out Nikki. She knew in May.
And it's so funny because we went into lockdown. I don't remember dates or anything for Christmas, but Nikki and I had been to get our Botox, and she was like, why don't we go and get our nails done? And I said to her, like, what would you get done to your nails? Because she's just not a nails person. So maybe for like literally not even a second, maybe it like processed in my brain, but I didn't even think about it ever again.
And then, like, towards the end, your mum was involved, and she'd be like, "Oh no, I'd say this, I'd say that, or I wouldn't say that because she'll catch on."
And you asked my dad.
I did.
That made me very happy. That was like my one thing that I never told you to do that.
No.
But I always like had in my mind like, please ask my dad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that's important. And the day before, so Christmas Eve, you was doing all the food stuff. I was wrapping presents in the living room, and then I was watching TV, and you came in and was like, "Oh, I thought you'd be doing your nails or something," because normally I would when I'm watching TV. I would do my nails, and I was like, "Oh no, it's Christmas."
Yeah, that was my last throw of the dice. It was like, just got to try this, and if not, then it's her fault.
And then before we went to bed, I went, "Do I need to paint my nails or anything for tomorrow?"
Yeah, yes, I remember
like,
that.
just me making
See, things like that made me feel like she's caught me.
I hadn't. It's just my lame jokes. Because I would have done that before. Like, if we was going on holiday or anything, like, do I need to pack anything nice to wear?
Yeah.
So that was just like, oh.
I genuinely, when you said that, my head thinking, oh no, she knows.
And I didn't at all. Like, I literally did not at all. But in hindsight, like Nikki saying to me, "Shall we get our nails done?" I'm like, you would never ask me to go get her nails done. That's her worst nightmare.
If only you knew the WhatsApps and conversations about how to plan things, and like, you know.
That goes into another question actually that's here. Hold on.
It's hot.
It's really hot. Open the window. I've literally gone red. How long had you been planning it, and did COVID mess up original plans?
Yeah, it did. It did mess up original plans. I've been planning it for a while, but like, obviously everyone gives me stick because, so when you get married earlier, blah 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 blah, whatever. Like, I'd known for ages that I wanted.
Like, and I'll keep cutting in. Everyone's gonna be like, she doesn't let him talk. But we've always said, like, it was always going to happen, but Mike wanted to buy the best ring you could buy.
Yeah, and that's what I mean.
Be in the best position for like planning a wedding and stuff.
Exactly, and that's always been my thing. Like, you know, all my close friends would know that it was never a case of, oh no, I'm still deciding. It's not that. It was never that. It was always, I just want it to be the right time for us, and I think obviously, you know, we've had lots of things happen that have required different like amounts of energy, buying a house, that sort of stuff. I wanted to make sure that we was in a place whereby the money was right, the energy was right, we had the timing was right. We've been together for so long that it was never going to be a case of, you know, he hasn't popped the question because he's not the marrying type. I've heard before. You've heard. Which is absolute nonsense. It's just I wanted it to be right. So once, you know, I figured that, okay, this is now I'm gonna do it, and I'm serious about doing it, and this is the time. I had other plans, yes. I mean, I'm not gonna go through all the plans. Yeah, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Like. Yeah, I had other plans, and I was annoyed that I couldn't fulfill those plans. But the way it panned out in the end was something that I'm happy with, and I think actually it kind of. Yeah, I've not said how. Yeah, I feel like that's our thing. Yeah, and exactly, and I think boundaries. It aligns with how our family is. Yeah, we understand that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Not everybody else might understand it, but we. No, but I've said, like, as much as like it was on Christmas morning and the kids were involved, and forever I'd always been like, I would love the kids to be involved, which was lovely. Yeah. It was like, and I know that you won't be offended by this, but it was like, no, you won't, but it was like perfectly imperfect or whatever, imperfectly perfect or whatever, I don't even know, but and that's what I mean, it was just us, by like, it aligns with us, and that's what I mean by we would know what that meant. Not everybody else would kind of necessarily understand that, which I like, because it almost feels like it's an inside joke. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, didn't expect it, like really so many people say like, you must have seen it come in. Like 100% I didn't,
before it all happened, there was like a moment where I thought, like, shit is happening.
What, before?
No, like as it was all playing out.
Okay.
And I've always been like, I think every girl like imagines how they're gonna feel at that very moment. I was so nervous. Like, you are the one person in the whole world that has seen me like through everything. Like, I have no need to feel like embarrassed or shy or nervous or anything in front of you. And I was literally like, oh, and I felt like I couldn't breathe. I didn't cry, like I wasn't crying, but I knew it was coming.
We had bets, I think, whether you'd cry or not.
Who thought I would cry? Probably all of you. I cry at everything. Yeah. And Harrison got it all on camera. I don't think I'll ever show it online.
No,
It's ours, but Harrison filmed it all, which was just the most adorable thing in the whole world. And he was like, show me your ring, Mum. And it's like...
Yeah, I think what was nice about it was that there's a little bit of it where he was caught in that real world moment and filming, where he was like just watching with his eyes. Yeah, he was
just looking, like filming. As Mike was like talking to me, he was just, his face, the camera was like here, there, everywhere.
Because he was excited, and I like that. So
nice.
So this is what I mean by when I talk about that it was imperfectly perfect.
Yeah.
There's little things like that where, alright, it wasn't like somebody, a professional filming, but it was real, it was authentic, and that's what I loved about it. Because
yeah, you couldn't pay anyone to get those moments.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. That was what was good.
I'm not going to do like wedding questions because I feel like that would be a really good sit down video, but one question that I want to know, what would be your ideal hen/stag? My hen will be really boring. It won't be, it'll be nice, it'll be lovely. I feel like I would like to go to, I think I'll have a couple.
A couple?
Yeah, but they're not, they won't be anything like yours. Mine will be like, let's go to the Cotswolds. Oh, okay. Let's go to a spa. Maybe like Greece. Like maximum. What would your ideal...
What do you think mine's going to be?
I know, literally, the minute like Mike, or we both did like the messages of like, we're engaged on Christmas, the WhatsApp were coming through for you.
It was your brother?
And your friends. Got messages of like...
It was JB. The first one I got was from your brother.
Vegas.
That was JB.
Thailand.
That was your brother.
Who's Thailand? That's not James. There's a few being thrown around anyway, and I mean, you do what you want to do. You can't do something like really extravagant and then I'm in the Cotswolds.
But listen, this is the thing, right? And I don't think it will be like that. I genuinely don't think it will.
It won't.
Because, you know, my close group of friends, and for every stag do that we've had within that core group, the stag hasn't paid a single penny. I don't think.
Does that mean my friends need to start a collection?
They do, because I don't think, right, that they're gonna do that. It's not going to be so. Listen, we don't know. Obviously,
but also half of the things that happened on your friend's stags are not happening on yours.
Did I tell you?
You just did.
But what did I tell you?
Exactly. What is there to tell? You hadn't.
Oh, I'm confused.
I think you just stitched yourself up.
How?
Pardon?
I'm confused. All I said is that they haven't paid a penny.
No. And I said, what happened on your friend's stags isn't happening on yours. And you're like, how do you know? No, because did I tell you? What happened?
Because I couldn't remember telling you anything that's happened on the stags. So I was like, how do you know what's happened? Play chess.
Back to the ring. Love the style. I'm not going to ask you where you got it from, but the name of it, the name of the style of the ring.
It's a halo.
It's beautiful. Ignore my awful hands. Why are my hands so ugly?
Yeah, it's a platinum band with a halo shape. Yeah.
It's very sparkly, and on paper, like, in the past I would have been like, I just want a really, really simple ring, like I'm literally t-shirt and jeans girl, like literally t-shirt and jeans, but I love it. I'm still like, I was still lay in bed one night and I'm like, look at my ring.
No, I'm proud of it, and I think that's part of why
yeah,
you know, we took so long.
but yeah, I'm proud. I'm like proud that you got this ring, not because it's mine, of course, like I'm pleased that it's mine, but I'm really proud that I know you wanted to wait to get engaged until you could get the best ring we could get, or you could get.
Yeah.
And you did that. And what did Mike get in return?
Next question.
You think it was worth 3 months' salary?
What, the ring?
Don't. I'm not gonna guess.
Don't
Guess. I think that's all we'll answer. Thanks for being on camera, Mike.
Cool.
Giving the people what they want.
Giving the people what they want, yes, exactly.
Let's go to Sainsbury's.
Cool.
So I've just been for the school run, picked up Beverly, picked up Harrison, got rained on, but I've also just started editing today's video, and Mike and I talked a lot, so I'm actually going to end the video here. What started off as a bit of a vlog ended up as just very much a chatty video. I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to keep it how it is because why not, and maybe I can vlog at some other point during the week. I'm going to go and make the dinner now, meatballs and spaghetti, and get that video live. Hope you have enjoyed it. We'll sit down for a more formal Q&A in terms of like wedding chat, but yeah, it's just a little bit of fun. Evelyn's finished. I'm gonna go.